Hey, this is Pooja Chilikuri with another video in the Religious Deconstruction series. In this video today, I'm talking about going to church on Sunday. If you are deconstructing and you still feel guilty for not getting up and going to church on Sunday morning, then I hope that this video will encourage you. When I was deconstructing from my fundamentalist evangelical worldview, the only way that I would be convinced of something was if someone could show me some Bible verses about it. So, in this video today, that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you are struggling with guilt and feeling like God is going to be displeased with you if you don't show up to church on a Sunday morning, then I would highly encourage you to read the Bible verses that are found in the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verses 7 through 13. This is where Jesus has a showdown with the Pharisees, who were the religious leaders. And the Pharisees accused him for breaking the law because he healed a man on the Sabbath day. And Jesus asked them, what is right to do? If your sheep falls into a pit, are you going to rescue it? Or are you going to just let it die because the law says you can't do any work on the Sabbath? So he was really trying to help them understand and expand their ideas and the concept regarding the law. But they were still stuck on the letter of the law, which is where a lot of fundamentalist people are stuck, with every letter. And so Jesus encourages them to think outside the box. Well, they're very angry with him and they try to kill him. So, this is just to show how deeply entrenched the doctrine can be and how much it can make us blind to just being compassionate human beings. And being compassionate to yourself is also very important. So, I would ask you to please take a look at that passage and reflect on it. There are other Bible passages that I could give you for encouragement, and one of them is in the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, where the true meaning of Sabbath is explained beautifully. It's all about the rest for your soul, and it doesn't have to be on Sunday. There is a time you could take for just doing the reflection, going deep within, connecting to the divine, the source, your creator, God, however makes sense to you. It doesn't have to look like going into a building and listening to a sermon. That is not the only way that people can connect to God. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to church. What I'm saying is you should not feel guilty if you don't. So, this is my words of encouragement. I have more to say on this topic, and I've actually written a blog about this where I've shared my story, how when I was deconstructing, what helped me to stop feeling guilty when I didn't go to church. And all of that I have in a blog, and the link to that blog I am actually going to put in the description of this video. So those of you who love to read, you can read it there. And again, I made this video to encourage anyone that is struggling with guilt. I want to also share a couple of resources with you. If you are struggling and you don't want to go to church, but you feel guilty, then I want to say that there is a book by Jacobsen that could help you. And the name of the book is So You Don't Want to Go to Church Anymore. That is the title of the book, and it's his incredible journey. And I would highly recommend that book. And also, the other book that I would recommend by Jacobsen is called Finding Church. And one more author is Brian McLaren, The Great Spiritual Migration, Faith After Doubt. Those are all good books. I'm sharing these books with you because oftentimes we feel very alone in our journey, but these authors will voice your deepest struggles. And so I will provide a link to the books also in the description of these show notes. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are interested to learn more about my journey of religious deconstruction, I also will link all the videos where I've talked about my story. Thank you for tuning in.